For 51 weeks, Sentosa is a picture of calm. Not now. The Barclays Singapore Open is back in town.
Looking forward to this golf course. I've played here well before, so I got good feelings on the golf course. I'm always looking forward to this event.
Everyone's had their whole year sort of planned around this week, so to actually finally get here, it's kind of nice that it's finally upon us.
It is our marquee event for the year, and most of the players, and seems like a lot of the players around the world, try and get this event on their schedule.
It's really good. This is actually the most important week for me this year, actually. If I can finish well, then I can actually play in the Volvo Masters, which is my aim for the year.
The Tour's trophy event is even bigger this year.
With a tournament going to 5 million, it'll be one of our biggest championships on the Asian Tour, and also it'll be the most prestigious, you know.
Seeing the massive marquees now around here, every year just make it a little bit better and better and better, and they've certainly exceeded all expectations this year so far.
Yeah, it should be called a major. It's wow, yeah. The wow factor is there, yes, I would agree.
Much of the talk has been about the changes to the Serapong course.
It's great, and particularly now that we have revamped the golf course to make it even more challenging. Although the rough has been taken down from 110 to 70 mm, it's still going to be extremely challenging because we've made the greens a lot faster and also a lot harder. So when you hit from the rough to the greens, it's extremely difficult to try and get the ball to stop.
For the Singapore Open this year, it'll be probably playing its toughest, and it'll be in probably the best condition yet. It is a fantastic layout, and it's good fun to play.
I mean, in the past we used to talk about the rough round Serapong and, you know, how punishing it was, but I think now it looks like they're going to start trying to do a bit more, you know, go for the hard greens and hard fast greens, and then if you hit it in the rough, it's going to be hard to control the ball.
Particularly if you hit a long ball. And also around the green area there is more runoffs, which means that you have to be extremely accurate. Otherwise the ball may land on the green and then go into the water.
Yes, I've heard they've shaved the greens off and the ball can roll to the water off the green, so that's fantastic. That golf course is a great layout for Singapore Open.
Well, I think it's a shame if the rough is down because, you know, we all knew Sentosa was, you know, put a premium on driving the ball and putting the ball in play, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a premier event, our biggest prize money, so it should be the toughest test.
They've made it a little bit easier in some ways, but then obviously they've made it harder with the greens being firmer and faster, and then they've got some runoff areas around the green as well. So, you know, if you're not spot on with your distance control, you know, you're going to leave yourself in some spots where it runs away, not just around the edge where they've had it in the past with some longer rough, but it'll actually sort of get away, 5 or 10 yards, just leave that little sort of tricky shot sort of back up a bank, and so just to make things a little bit more interesting, certainly.
You got to fly the ball all the way to your target. I don't think you'll get much run. Looks like they've shaved off a little bit on 18 and 9 here, but I think that will come into play if they tuck the pins close to those areas. And but if it's playing nice and firm, you've probably got to play away from them.
The par 5 fourth hole is the focus of attention.
I think they've made it a lot better hole to start with. There's a bunker for your tee shot. The aggressive line on the left-hand side, there's two options. You can choose the safe option far right, and you'd have to lay it up from there, or be aggressive and go left. And there was a bunker right in the middle of the fairway last year. So they've removed that. They made the fairway a lot wider, so that if you do take the chance and you do go left, you are rewarded for it. So I think that's a very good change in itself. And then the other changes they've made are the runoffs to this green. The green was the same as last year, but in the front and on the left-hand side over here, if you can look over here on the side, I mean, the pin position is going to be roughly around over here somewhere. So if Henrik's going to have a putt, you'll see how close the runoff is now. They've shaved it right on the edge, and it gets pretty scary. We're putting in rain at the moment, but it's right there. From here, if I just had to knock this ball from here, like that, it's in the water. So you can see that now the back left-hand pin position, you're going to be people being a lot more nervous. They're going to be trying to bring it off the slope that's in the middle of the green like that and feed it down here. I doubt very much whether people are going to be aggressive towards the back left-hand pin position this year. But I think those are the major changes to the green. I think you'll see guys playing a lot safer to the middle of the green from the fairway. But I think you'll see a lot more birdies this year because of the easier tee shot where they've removed the bunker on the aggressive side on the left-hand side over there.